Perfect. Perfect.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time, it is always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. My name is Joe. This is TradeIntuition, where when we see red, we don't freak out. We don't panic. We want red, especially right now, because right now we're accumulating. We're accumulating these coins. Now, there's so many great tokens we can get and we can pick up. We have Ordi. We have Brett. Brett is a very large market cap meme coin, but it's going to do well. It's going to continue to do well, matter of fact. And then, of course, we got Theta, we got Feds, we got, several others that right now we can be taking advantage of these low prices. Pretty soon, guys, pretty soon. We're so close, man. We are so close. Pretty soon, I'd say about another 2 months, it's going to be all behind us. And we're going to be seeing nothing but green and double-digit greens and heck, even some triple-digit greens. But just know, though, and so what I try to do is I try to prepare you for what's about to happen. Because if you're going to go into battle and you don't know, wow, Rose just came up, and you're going to go into battle and you don't know what to do, you just show up on the battlefield like, where do I go? You're not going to succeed. But if you know exactly what to do, if you're the guy with the armor, if you're the guy with the the arrows, if you're the guy who pulls the body, I don't know, but if you need a plan. That's what I'm trying to get to. You need a plan. So with this, just knowing what is to come, you're prepared for it. So that's what I got on that. All right. Speaking about what's to come, we do have this You can see the website up here. This is where you want to go to, and I have mine actually saved, and I need to undo it, but mine is actually saved to the crypto part, cryptocraft.com. But on here, when you go to calendar, it doesn't show you a bunch of stuff. So what I do now is I come over here, I click on this. Oh, come on. Hover over it. I got to just hover over it. Go to Forex Factory, then go to calendars, and then it gives you more information. Now what I also do is I have this filter. So I go click on the filter, and I'm only interested in USD. I'm not interested in the other currencies, just this. And then if I wanted to, I could, reduce the stuff that comes out. But right now I just have all this stuff. If I want to later, I might change this. And then of course I have all these selected. So that is, I'm just going to do apply filter again. Wednesday the 12th, coming up. We have the core CPI information coming out. This is important because it tells us about inflation. Right now, the previous was 0.3, forecasted 0.3, and the actual. Now, if this is higher, this is not good. This is not good for the market, because this is basically the report card and how inflation is doing. We don't want inflation. Inflation, bad. Inflation, bad. Okay. So let's see here. Now I do have this. Let me bring this over. This is something I'm working on. I'm going to go over more of this tomorrow. But this is just basically, the CPI. This includes all the items, food, energy, the core CPI, because there's two different ones. I'm not sure if y'all noticed that. You have the CPI, and then you have the core CPI. The core CPI, that is food and energy, are not included in the results, just because it's more volatile. Then of course we have the PPI, and now I want to show you something else too. And again, I'm gonna go more over this tomorrow. Just kind of give you a heads up once we get closer to it. But I actually love this site because you can come over here and you can click on this little folder. On the folder, it says why traders care. I love this. Consumer price account for a majority of overall inflation. Ooh. Inflation is important to currency valuation because rising prices lead to central banks to rise their interest rates out of the respect of their inflation. So if these numbers go up, if the core CPI numbers go up, that's saying that inflation's not doing well. And how do you reduce inflation? Well, you increase the interest rates so that it reduces the amount of spending. And that's all it's doing. If it costs more due to the interest rates to buy a house, to buy a car, to get a loan, all the fun stuff, you're maybe not gonna want to do it. Say credit cards. Right now you have the opportunity to get another credit card from a furniture factory, and the interest rates just went up. So if you're responsible, more than likely you'll keep that furniture for another year or two. If you're irresponsible, you'll get another credit card. And to where it was in a group chat earlier, I think it was yesterday, the day before, and they were asking, they're like, why is it that the economy is horrible, but yet people are still buying stuff? People are still going on vacations, people are still going to restaurants, people are still doing all this stuff, but it's not showing it like in the job reports. It's not showing it in the economy. Like, why is that? It's pretty simple. Credit cards. The credit card debt is skyrocketing. People foreclosing on their houses, skyrocketing. It's the same thing all over again. People can't pay for it. They still want to live up with the Joneses. They still want to see, oh, their neighbor got a nice car. Let me see if I can get a car. It's be happy with what you have. That's all I'm gonna say. If you got a old beat up car that takes you from point A to point B, who cares if someone else sees your car and says, versus, oh wow, look at that guy, man, what does he do? Nah, be undercover. All right, moving on. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the charts. Joe, you talk too much. I know. I'm working on it. I'm going to rehab for that. All right, so for this right here, let's see here, I'm seeking a counselor for that. Here we go. So right now, let's kind of zoom out like we always do. Oh, this was from one of the live screen shares that we do in the group. Joe, what are your thoughts on Cardano? Ooh, I love Charles, but who knows? It could be a sleeping giant, but I'd rather put my money where I know it's going to do something. So of course we have our top trend line, we have our bottom trend line, we have this level of support, and then we also have this level of support. So there's nothing but support resistance levels everywhere, and you can see these levels very clearly. You know, here this level is pretty clear. You know, resistance, support. So if it comes down, well, we know our next level of support is 67.1. That's our next level. Then you could say we have another level right here. Yeah, you could say that. So let's go and draw that in there. We're not going to be exact because it's kind of messy. So let's do it right here. Let's do this one as yellow as well. So, and all these are levels. So our next level of support, and it did. I was going to say if it broke below this, and it did. So right now, you know, we drew this out the other day, and this is from a few days ago where we said, more than likely to come up here, get rejected, come back down, create a lower high, and then continue doing a lower high, and then, you know, hopefully come down to 63. Why do you want it to come down, Joe? I want it to come down so I can get, Joe, you're being greedy, so I can get better prices on crypto. That's why I want it to come down. Because when Bitcoin goes down, everybody freaks out and they sell their coins. I want the coins to dump. I want to pick up discounts, big discounts, 35, 45%. So that's just me. I don't know about you. I don't like paying premium. I want a discount. So here we had rejection. So nice support / resistance, broke through the support, came up. Let's see right here. Like right now, this is going to tell us, you know, are we going to possibly go up? More than likely, you know, depending on what happens Wednesday, I think it's going to tell us what's going to happen for possibly the rest of that week, maybe 5 days. Just because if the inflation numbers, or rather the CPI and the PPI, if they come out higher than expected, that's bad for the economy. Now, with these reports, because there's always different ways to interpret it, if it's bad for the economy, this could strengthen the likelihood of people going into crypto because the economy is trash. Like because of the inflation, because the dollar is less than the value of a dollar, you know, more than likely they'll move to crypto. So that's one way of thinking it. Then the other way of thinking it is like, inflation's bad, economy's bad. Let me take out my money from everywhere, stocks, crypto, everywhere, and then it comes down. So even though, you know, we have a plan A, always think about the plan B. What people might start thinking as well. You know, it's the economy's horrible. Let me put my money in something that can make me money, something that's not going to get devalued in money. Now, can crypto go down? Yeah, of course. But all right, that's all I got on that. Let's see here. Right now, it's right at the level of 69.5. If you have coins, guys, you want me to do, let me know. If not, this will be a short show today. Short show. But I do want to look at coins, though. So if you do have any, let me know so we can all make money. All right. Let's see here. I think that's all I got for Bitcoin. You know, our first level, it needs to maintain, is 69.5. It needs to maintain it. Now, what do I think is going to happen? So we have the RSI cooling off. All this tells me is the strength, the momentum is kind of dying down. It's still good though. It's still right around 50. lower volume, then lately started increasing volume. That's shown here, increasing volume. I think people were just uncertain right now. I mean, it's really hard to say. I think it's going to do it. I think it's going to come up here to their trend line and come down, then break this, which would be this part right here. That's what I think. But again, that CPI and PPI is coming out Wednesday, and sometimes with these reports, oh, let me bring it back up. Look at that. So let's close this out. So we have on Wednesday, the 12th, we have the CPI, and the next day we have the PPI. And then also on the 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the FOMC meeting. So if you click on this, why is it important to traders? It's the primary tool the FOMC uses to communicate with investors about monetary policy. It contains the outcome of their vote on interest rates and other policy measures, along with blah, 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 this and this, blah, this, and most importantly, this and that, blah, blah, more important words. Okay, cool. So this is important. So just kind of give you a heads up. This kind of, these meetings, these statements, it moves the market. It really does. And usually the first, so let's say 2 o'clock comes around and let's see here, press conference, 2:30. So normally from the statement, if it's bullish, it'll come down really quick, fake everybody out and go up. If it's bearish, it'll go up really quick, fake everybody out and come down. Usually that's what happens. And then of course the FOMC meeting press conference, which is 30 minutes after the release statement, then that's of course where we're listening to see if it's good or if it's bad, or if there's statements saying that more than likely interest rates or the rates will be cut. Now, if the rates are cut, what does that mean? That means that it's good for the economy, because we're reducing the interest rates of loans and houses and everything else like that. So that's good. But these numbers, though, the numbers that we've received already, they're not bullish. It's not good. Like, we're suffering. We really are. We're suffering. But the government likes to manipulate the numbers however they can, because they try to trick us. So, oh, the economy's great, guys. The economy's great. You kidding me? That's because they got money. They're not having to worry about their kids, eating. So I'll give you a heads up. All right, moving on. All right, let's get all that. All right, so that's enough for Bitcoin. Let's see here. Do we have any coins? General says, can we look at VRA? Yeah, definitely, man. Let's do some VRA, and the Wyckoff died big time. Oh, man. Wyckoff. Just gotta wait for that spring. Just gotta wait for that spring, I'm telling you. Just gotta wait for that spring. All right, so let's do VRA, USDT. Yeah, my alert still hasn't gone off on this one. Well, it's gone off a few times. Oh. Ouch. My alert's gone off a few times. We've been watching it way over here. Alert went off. I think we got into it and then we got stopped out. Hopefully in profit. I don't remember. Because if we got in here, let's just say we got here. Maybe we got stopped out. Maybe 5%. Maybe. I don't even know. Because if we were still in the trade, but we're not though, we would have still been in the trade, because 15% or maybe 10%. Maybe we got stopped out here. I don't know. But I do know that we were in this trade right around here, right when, or maybe here when we got that bounce. Went up a little bit, came down, boom, came back in, But if you're doing Wyckoff, this was your spring. This right here was your spring. This is why I don't trade Wyckoff. This is exactly why I don't trade Wyckoff. Oh, look, here's our spring. We were just playing. It was jokes and stuff. Here's our spring. I got wrecked so hard, guys. I got wrecked so hard with the Wyckoff. Because you would think this is a spring. Perfect spring. Perfect. Everything's perfect here. Everything. The retest, everything. All this needed to do was this right here. And then boom, off to the races. This was your last thing right here. Off to the races. This was your spring. But I used to get wrecked on these. One of my mentors paid him a lot of money too. He told me about the Wyckoff, never heard about it before. It's like, oh man, money well spent. You know, he taught me everything, this and that, blah, blah. I was looking at all the hundreds and hundreds of coins, got into like 80 of them, 84, I think it was. And nope. Some had springs, some didn't. And I got into all of them. I thought I was gonna be a millionaire. Foolish days. And then of course, this would happen to me too. And the matter of fact, I would do after this test and then the break, and then I'd enter with the lower bid down here just in case, and it would hit, and then it would just keep on coming down. I was like, ah, crap. And what I realized was, oh, you know, this one I got, because I'm trying to defend Wyckoff. I got in 2 months too early or 3 months too early, because now it created a spring and now it's going. Okay. Defending it. No. Trade support resistance trend lines. That's it. But let's see here. Jeez, man. I really thought that was the bottom too. Wow, it broke this level. So right now it's right at this very, very bottom of this one. I mean, how much more farther down can it go? This is actually less than I bought it back in 2021. Price is less. I think I bought it like at 0.007. I think that's what I got it at. VRA, don't let me down. I'm depending on you. Man, that's horrible. All right, so let's look at where it's at to this 50%. Wow. Okay. So here is two things. Wick down to 0.00211. Two things. We can have an investor mindset and say, you know what, this is great. Let me go ahead and put $50 in. If it goes down even more, great. Put another $50. Or you can have a trader mindset and be like, all right, so it came down. I have to wait for it to do a higher low, higher high. I have to wait for it to do this. Then you buy at the break of that. So that's a trader mindset. An investor mindset, like the project, like what it stands for, what it's doing, everything else. You know, you could, let's go 4 hour. For the investor mindset, because it's not too far from here to here, 6%. Yeah, so for the investor mindset, what you could do is set an alert just above 40.71. Set an alert up here. Your alert goes off. 4-hour candle closes above this level I just mentioned. You enter, so that you're not, buying that falling knife. There's at least a change of momentum to where now it hopefully it's going to start coming up. So that's what I got to say on that. But as for a trader, you want to have more, like you want to have way more than this first one to enter this trade, because it could come up and then it comes down again, and then 20-30%. But as a trader, you want it to make a higher high, higher low, then possibly break that recent high. Then that's when you enter. All right, I'm moving on. Any other ones, guys? Yeah, but for right now, wow, man, I'm sad to see that for VRA. Really sad to see that. I thought for sure, man, I thought for sure it was gonna go. I'm just not ready yet. Give it another couple months, 2 months, be ready. Yeah, right. And you know what's sad? I put a lot of money. I put a lot of money in VRA back in 2021, and my buddy, he put, almost nothing, and he has more coins than me. Oh man, I think he bought it back in 2022. I think he goes, Joe, how many coins you got? And I told him. He goes, oh yeah, I got this many coins. Like, let's just, for example, I don't even know, but let's just say, for example, I had 500,000. I was like, Joe, I got 750,000. I was like, and I said, man, I spent, X amount of dollars. I was like, man, I spent $1,000 or whatever it was. I was like, dang it. But it happens. It happens. All right. Let's see here. Any coins? What's this? Oh, I was like, this doesn't look like YouTube. Where's my YouTube? Oh, here it is. So how's people doing? We looked at people yesterday, I believe, or day before, and we're saying enter now. Have your alert for here, so we can enter up here. So it did come back down here. It came up, which is good. We just need to cross this level now. So we just need to cross that level. Now, let's say we get stopped out. We are only getting stopped out 50% of 15%. Hopefully that makes sense, because we only put in 50% here. We have 2 entries. So say we're going to trade with $100. We have $50 here, and we wait. We wait and see. If it does indeed break our level, then we enter. 4-hour candle must close above this level. But if it doesn't, and the market changes for whatever reason, and we get stopped out, okay, we get stopped out. All we did was lose 50%. All we did was lose 15% of our 50% entry. And then this level stays here. This alert stays here. And matter of fact, let me reset my alert. So I reset my alert by just clicking and dragging and moving it a little bit different, higher up. So my alert is set. And now if the alert goes off, say we get stopped out, the alert goes off, I know, okay, it's ready now. Let's try it again. Let's see here. Gonna do a 5-minute timer. 5-minute timer. Let's see here. For the next one, of course, after 5 minutes, this will conclude the show, unless we get questions or stuff like that. So Joe, we were talking about Joe, and this one, man, this one came down to, here's our bottom level. This is kind of like our range right now, and here's our alert. And then more than likely, when our alert goes off, we can enter the trade, because if it comes down, we have a really nice chance that it bounces here. I see Tug says, Just popping in real quick on break. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you smashing the like. I love it. I love it. Thank you, man. Appreciate all the love and support y'all do. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Ooh, SIDUS. Good Lord. Price was right here when we were looking at it. And I was, okay, more than likely, this is a really nice range. You know, of course, we are doing lower highs. So that's not bullish at all. But I'll say, maybe, you know, we come over here, make a lower high, come down, possibly make a lower high. And who knows, maybe it changes by this time. And then now we break this. And then this is where we would have our alert. This is where we would enter. But you don't, if you were to enter right here when we first saw it, it would have been very high risk. Because, not because I see this, but this would have been very high risk. And people always say, oh, buy the bottom, buy the bottom. Ah, it's high risk. Like, if anything, you would have to wait for it to cross this level before you entered. Just because this is a resistance level. And what could have happened, price could have come up here to this level, come up here, then come down, and then break down. So that's why you always want to look to the left. And this would have been our spot for our entry. You don't want to enter right now because it just, man, it's so high risk. But they'll tell you that though. Like all these other mentors, oh yeah, you want to enter the bottom. Enter right, and yeah, enter right now. Oh, like you need to see that it's going to come up and break through this resistance because this is a low. All right, moving on. See, Jono says, I have another one. Soul Phantasma. I love Soul. I bought Soul, shoot, 2021. I don't have it anymore though. Sold it. Let's do KuCoin. I loved it because of the market cap. It was very tiny market cap. And then I think I bought some on the Binance Smart Chain too. I might even have some on there. I gotta check my Binance Smart Chain. I haven't opened that wallet in forever. Oh, and I found out that I had some coins on Coinbase. Yeah, that was a nice price. I was like, hey, but it was nothing though, just a little bit of link. Not even like anything to, you know, call my brother about. I was like, dude, I found all this money. No, it was like, oh, that's cool. How cute. I got 14 cents. But there was times where because I have so many MetaMask wallets and I forget. And I have, you know, my books that have all my codes and everything. Oh, I don't know if y'all would know this, but since I have so many wallets, but what I would do is I would have them for different browsers. Is there a way that you can have one browser and log into one of your MetaMask wallets, then log out of it, and then when you log in, you can use your other passwords and stuff? Because I think when I log out, it still has like my username, I guess, or my whatever. I don't know. I'm sure you can. Well, you have a lot of wallets that I haven't checked. I know I have NFTs on there. Boring. Won't do that again. All right, for Soul, it's looking pretty dangerous. It looks like it may have found its bottom. Possible. Look, Daily. Possible. So this is our zone. This is our green zone. Man, that's green. So there's our support zone right here. See here, triple bottom incoming. Triple bottom. We have a bottom here. Maybe a bottom here. Don't know. Tug says, been in a short on high. If you get a chance, could you take a look? Yeah, you know what? I've been thinking about doing shorts. It's just, man, like, I don't want to, I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. I don't want to keep up with these calls, the shorts. But I'm sure if we did like low leverage, like a 2 or 3x, I could start posting. It's just, I'm afraid to do it because the people in the group, you know, they're learning how to trade. And then if I introduce them to leverage, you know, the greed might come into play and everything else. And, you know, they're winning and winning. Now they put more money in, higher leverage, and then they lose all their money. I've been debating that the past, shoot, man, like week. I don't know. Right here, very dangerous, just pretty much like the other one. Very dangerous because these highs, they just lower and lower. If I were to enter this, I wouldn't though, but if I was, see, that's a lot. I would do like a 15% stop loss. So if I was investing in this, sure, I'd buy some, but just a little bit, you know, 50%, and hold it for like maybe a week. Check on it again, see if it went higher. If it did, great. If it went lower, then okay, you're getting more of a discount. But I really don't know what Sol is up to. Again, they're an old coin. Their market cap is very, you know, low. Last time I checked. I don't know if they have any people backing them as far as like influencers, because you want to go where the money's at. Can it make money? Yeah, sure. Obviously, you can see it right here. Boom. But due to the low market cap, it doesn't take much to do this. So that's my thought process on that one. The one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want, and I used to do this, market cap hunt. Oh, this one's a 6 million market cap, I'm gonna get in it. Oh, this one's a 200,000 market cap, I'm gonna get it. Oh, this one's a 1 million market cap, I'm gonna get in it, because, you know, more than likely it's gonna 10x more. That's not the way to think about it. And I show you how to do that, where you go to tokenomics and you do, you know, what are the token unlocks, what is it about, everything else. Okay. So let's see. Let's go to high. And let's do a .p for futures. Go MEXC. Oh my gosh. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Been on a short on high. If you get a chance, could you take a look? Wow. If you got it up here, phenomenal. There was one I did a short on, and then got stopped out because it was doing this number, and you know, I got stopped out, and then I entered again, got stopped out, and it was just going higher. Now I entered again, got stopped out. It's like, man, it's gonna come down, and I think I got stopped out like 3 times. But it was high risk, you know, because there was FOMO, and I didn't wait. I was like, yeah, let me try it before I go to bed. This one, shoot, man. This was not the one though, but you know, whenever you're doing these, so let me just kind of give you, this is just like how trading, this just regular trading. So here's our level, came up, came down, it stopped. So this is our support. So if the price action breaks below this, then it might be, not because I see this, but it might be a good opportunity for possibly a short. It's the exact same way, it's just flipped. So if we do Alt I, same way. See that? Here's our level. 4-hour candle, or whatever candle you're trading on, has to close above this, and then you enter the trade. And then more than likely, if it comes down, well, then it's probably going to flip the other way, and then now it's going to act as resistance, and then it may come down. But so you do Alt I, and it inverts the chart. But it's the same. And then, like, to go long, let's say we did enter this as a short. Price came down here. We entered it right here on this candle close. We entered it, and our plan was for it to get a bearish retest, come this way, and add here. So again, Alt I, It's the exact same thing that we do when we're going long. We're just flipping it. So we would add to our entry once it broke this new pivot. And then we'd add, and then of course, write it down. Just being aware of all these areas of support. Now, let's say price came down. We entered here for our short, came up here, doing a bearish retest, comes down to this level of support, and then comes up, breaks through our resistance. Now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble because now it could go the opposite way and we get liquidated, we get stopped out, whatever you want to do. Then it does this number, find support here or resistance, comes down, but now it finds support on this level that it needs to break in order for us to have our short. Then it comes up here, breaks this level. Now more than likely we're stopped out. So now what do? We go long. You know, we're adjusting to what's given to us. And then now we would go long because it broke this level. And then we just repeat the process. You know, it broke the level, candle closed above this level, we enter, comes down, does this number, we add to it. It comes down here, and then it's doing this number, it's like, oh crap. Because now more than likely our stop loss is just underneath this. And then sometimes it may take 2 or 3 times for the price action to decide which way it wants to go. Give you a heads up. But no, you did a great job, man. Great job on high. I'm just debating as far as posting setups for, like, I'm really scared for people's money. Their emotions, really. Because the trades, more than likely, they're going to do well. Just their emotions. But I mean, if you grasp how this trading, I mean, it's literally just a line here, breaks through it. Okay, we get in. But if you can do this and understand this part, you can trade futures. The only problem is that emotional part, because you see that you're making all this money, then you increase your leverage or you increase the amount that you trade with, and then it just gets dangerous. But with that being said, guys, today we're doing a short stream. Not too many questions, not too many charts, and that's okay. Feels like a Sunday today. Man, it's hot outside. Good Lord, 94 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, guys, so that's going to be all for now. Let me do the awkward looking down. I do thank you guys very much. Absolutely love you guys. We're going to kill it. We're going to kill it this bull run. It's ridiculous. Just have patience. Have patience. You know, the money comes to the patient. It really does. I do thank you guys so much. We see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do this all over again, and take care. Good stuff, guys. Thank you so much. Let's listen to some music real quick and then go about our day. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Take care.